Hello, my friend. I'm really glad you're here today, because this video is about something we all do every single day, but rarely think about how powerful it really is. I'm talking about sleep. Neville Goddard paid huge attention to sleep. And you know why? Because during sleep, your subconscious mind is completely open, and whatever you fall asleep with becomes the seed of your future reality. So let me ask you honestly, how do you usually fall asleep? Some people do it with a list of worries in their mind. Some replay old arguments or disappointments. Some think about what they don't have yet, and then they wonder why their life keeps repeating the same problems. But Neville said, sleep is the doorway to creation, and if you use it right, you can change your reality completely. Before we go deeper, take a second and subscribe to the channel, because soon we'll explore more techniques that can literally change your thinking and your life. And remember, anything is possible. All right, let's get back. Neville gave us simple but incredibly powerful advice. Before you fall asleep, imagine yourself already where you want to be. Not tomorrow, not someday, but right now. Let's take an example. Imagine someone who dreams of a new home. If they fall asleep thinking, when will it ever happen? My life is so hard. They're only strengthening the old reality. But if they close their eyes and imagine walking through their own rooms, touching the walls, opening the windows, they fall asleep in a new state. And the subconscious accepts it as truth. It's the same with relationships. If you fall asleep feeling lonely, you're confirming loneliness. But if you fall asleep feeling love beside you, even if it's just in imagination, you begin to live in that vibration. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need hours to do this. Just a few minutes before sleep. Pick one small scene, simple and vivid, and replay it until you drift off. It could be a handshake after a deal, a warm hug from someone you love, a laugh around a dinner table. Anything that feels real and joyful. And please, rewatch this video a few times. Every time you'll notice something new, a phrase, a thought, an example that touches you differently. So save it, come back to it again. Let me share a story. One of Neville's students practiced this every night. He imagined his business thriving, clients thanking him, his bank account growing, his co-workers celebrating success. And after some time, his business really began to grow. Before that, everything was going wrong. But his inner state changed. He fell asleep feeling successful, and life mirrored it. Another story, a woman who spent years longing for love. She used to fall asleep feeling lonely and empty, but then she tried this practice. Each night, before sleep, she imagined herself lying in the arms of someone who loved her deeply. At first, it felt strange. There was no one there. But after a few months, she met a man, and their relationship turned out beautifully. Because that's how it works. The world doesn't reflect what we want. It reflects what we feel. And sleep is the moment when your feeling becomes most powerful. So how can you practice it? 3 simple steps. 1. Choose one desire. 2. Create a short scene where that desire has already come true. 3. Live in that scene in your imagination until you fall asleep. That's it. You don't need big or complicated visions. Just one small, emotional, repeatable scene. And even if you're skeptical, just try it for one night. Before sleep, play a tiny movie in your mind where your dream is already real. Fall asleep with that. Then notice how you feel in the morning. And now, my friend, I want to hear from you. Comment below. What desire are you going to work on before sleep? I'd love to read your stories. And don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share it with someone who needs this message. And remember, anything is possible, especially when you combine imagination and the power of sleep.